Good morning. It's Mike Fisher from Finding Fish. Today I'm in the beautiful country of Cuba, Cayo, Coco, staying at Memories Flamenco. Today I'm going to do a beach walk. I'm going to go down to the beach, turn right. I'm going to see if I can make it to Lenny's. And as I do so, I'm going to go over some questions people constantly ask me, see if I can answer them. Maybe talk about some shortages and the weather here in early December and a few other things. So stay with me. Today is going to be amazing. So I'm just walking past the Jardin del Rey. It's the last resort. Now this resort was actually mothballed, and I was down here in September and it was totally closed. I walked through the resort and there was nothing there. So as you can see, they're building all the sun huts and everything. They're getting those all redone, and life is coming back. Anyway, there's a gorgeous piece of beach down here. And low tide yesterday was around 10 o'clock, so I'm hoping I'm just before low tide. So anyway, a couple of questions I'm going to answer as soon as I get down here and there's not so much wind. I'm just trying to get out of the wind right now, so bear with me. Anyway, the low tide goes out, now it's in the morning, obviously it changes every day. But you could honestly, it was a gorgeous stretch of beach between Jardin and the peninsula to the right. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It was like walking on water. Anyway, I hope to get that footage on the way back. Anyway, a lot of people have asked, first of all, the shortages. Okay, so this week, first week of December, there has been quite a few times that I've wanted to go get a beer from the beach bar. And they said, sorry, we're out of cups. And I get it. Right now, sourcing in Cuba is complicated, just like the rest of the world, but Cuba is a little bit more complicated. Not only are they dealing with COVID, but they're also dealing with the US embargo, which limits their trading capacity. Yeah, here's the hut that's still slightly abandoned, but they'll be putting huts the whole way down here. So anyway, they also said, I also heard of a few people saying, hey, they're out of toilet paper. But lo and behold, I look around, I talk to a few people, there's toilet paper everywhere. There might be sometimes there's a shortage at one building and they're just waiting for the shipment to come with the guy that drives the little trolley. I haven't experienced that. I've gone through the whole resort looking for the pop, because I've read, oh, they're out of cola, they're out of orange pop, they're out of vodka. Right now, everything seems to be stocked up, but take that into consideration. Things are subject to change. Now, I am down here for 7 days for $700. For me, my expectation, is totally met. I paid $700. I can't even go to Toronto for 2 days for $700, let alone get on an airplane and fly down here. So I think people need to keep what you pay and what you get. I think they have to equal out somewhere. Would I come down here for Christmas? I did last year. Spent about $7,500 for myself, my wife, and our 3 kids. Would I come again? If the price is $7,500 to me, folks, personally, I think that's a lot of money. If you only have one trip a year to do and that's your budget, obviously you're coming. Right now there's tons of food, so you shouldn't have a problem. Last year at Christmas it was still kind of COVID-ish, but we still had lots of food. But right now it is totally stocked at the Flamenco. Oh, check this out. Tide's just starting to go out. Oh, this is a beautiful stretch of beach, folks. Beautiful. Low tide in Cuba is one of my favorite things. And if you're into walking, well, Cuban beaches are probably going to be for you. Getting back to question and answer, one thing that what I recommend people do is I call it flying with empathy. Now you're probably thinking, what does that mean? Well, when you come to a country like Cuba, your expectations have to come down dramatically. This isn't Mexico. This isn't Dominican. This is a country that has a massive amount of complications, not only from COVID, but from the US embargo. So you have to keep that in mind. And I always tell people, take a look at what you pay, how much you paid, and kind of try to have some sort of equilibrium with what your expectation is going to be. I come down here for one main reason: peace. And the second is the beach. The internet connection down here is horrific, but you know what? I get up early and I get on and I'm happy. But honestly, this is why I come down here. And for myself and my wife, when we travel together, we just like to have some intimacy and just some alone time where you can just, you're not on top of one another and people talking on cell phones. So for us, that is important. The beach is very important. Walking and our health is very important. We can always find something to eat here. Getting back to shortages, I just went to the main pool, the main beach bar to take a look if they were stocked up today. And as you can see, they're pretty stocked up, folks. Like, that would keep me happy if I was getting into the drinks today, but today I'm doing some exercise. I just love it here. It would be better if Jenny was here with me, but I can find peace by myself as well. And once in a while, I find as I get older, I need a recharge. So for me, when I'm coming down here for $700, I look at it as a recharge of life. I don't look at it as like, oh, I need to eat the most and the best and blah, 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 and gobs of food. I actually, like, when I travel, I try to go home the exact same weight as I went there. To me, health is number one. A lot of people I know, as they're getting older, they're passing away, they're falling apart. And folks, that's not for me. I want to see this whole beautiful planet, and you're not doing it when you're 60 and 65, 70, and you think you're gonna be going to Portugal and climbing mountains and hills. Well, I wish you all the best. But this year I've flown 56,000 kilometers. I don't know how many kilometers my son and I walked when we were in Europe. Well over 250 kilometers just in 3 weeks we were together there. So health is number one. Let's talk about the weather now in Cuba in December. It can be very windy, and the wind doesn't bother me. When you have a good wind down here, I don't have mosquitoes. I haven't even seen a fly, to be honest with you, because of the wind. The weather, the daytime temperature, I would say it's about 26 degrees, maybe gets up to close to 30. And in the night, I put on a thin hoodie. It does get cool for me. There's zero humidity this time of year. I've had a few rain showers, but like they just come and go. And that really never bothers me anymore. Nothing, I try not to let anything bother me when I'm away. I don't watch the news. I call home a couple times a day. I just want to have a simple little life when I'm away. And I'm filming and doing my editing consumes my time. Actually, I've met so many people here that have watched my videos. It's got to be pressing almost like 85 people. And thanks to all you guys for reaching out, telling me your stories, telling me why you're here, why you watched it, you liked it. You took a chance, because Cuba is not for everyone. I get it. If you're picky, if you need consistency, if you need to know that there's going to be vodka or something tomorrow morning, Cuba's not going to be for you, folks. Maybe Mexico or Dominican. You're looking for safety, and if you're looking for a gorgeous beach, gorgeous sand, that's why I'm here. I'm not promoting Cuba. I'm just kind of telling you, because I know it's not for everybody. But I have a certain budget that I want to spend on travel a year, and if I got money left over, hey, I'm coming again. So that's the way I look at it. I'm not the type of person that wants to say, hey, this is my only trip per year and this is what I'm going to do. I did that, and I get it why people go to Mexico and Dominican, and you know, you guys want to have the greatest of foods and lots of it, and sometimes you're not going to get that here, but this is what you will get. Sprawling beaches, isolation, and peace. $705. It bought me that. Wow, this is just raw paradise now. I'm just going around the corner now. Heading, I can see Lenny's out in the distance. It's a very far walk, and you actually, if you're gonna try to do this walk, you need the tide to be out. Like, you have to do it at low, ultra low tide, because it is a very far walk. I would think maybe another hour to get there if I can make it, maybe. So, you know, you might be a 2-hour walk, maybe. And if anyone's done it before and they've done it faster, hey, leave a comment. I really want to know. Anyway, I've just turned the corner, and if you look at the very far peninsula, that's Lenny's. Right there, folks, right at the very tip. I can see the hut. I just don't know if the camera can pick up the hut, but it's beautiful over here. You don't typically see too many tourists over here, and that's my favorite. I want to be where everyone's not. I love it. I love finding this stuff. It's peaceful. You know, I used to come down here, let's say you had a stressful job and you just wanted to clear your mind. One great thing about Cuba, internet's terrible. I never watch TV, so you get totally disconnected from reality. And after 7 days, wow, it's like a cleanse for your mind, for your body and your soul. That's why I come here, and that's why I love it. Cuba's not for everyone, folks. If you don't have that sense of travel, if you need consistency, yeah, probably Cuba's not going to be for you, because there's nothing consistent here. The consistent thing is the sun goes up, the sun goes down, and the tide goes out. That's the basic consistency here. Sometimes they run out of things, sometimes they don't have things. And that's the reality. So Cuba isn't for everyone, and I just want to be clear. Just clear, because I don't want to have people giving me hate mail. Hey buddy, I went there, I paid $2,000 and blah blah blah, they ran out of friggin' sugar. Well, that's not my problem, and that's not the problem of the people that work at the resorts. That's a Cuba problem. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but things come and go, so just keep that in mind. always find taking the path that usually other people's don't take, it's actually sometimes quite fun. Always harder, but it's always way more rewarding. If you're gonna walk out here, folks, you're gonna want flip-flops, because there's those spiky little things in the grass. Holy moly, they hurt. For me, folks, like Fisher finding fish, lost in Cuba. I don't know where I'm going to next. Leave a comment down below where I should go. Hey, maybe there's a resort you want me to go to. You want me to like it? You want me to go? You want me to figure it out? Pullman, wherever, you tell me. But leave a comment down below where I should go, and I'll see what I can do. Check out my other videos. Just was in Europe, Turkey, Croatia, Portugal, London. Went to a bakery, met a guy at 5 in the morning. Check it out. Like and subscribe. Follow me. Like Fisher finding fish on the road that goes to nowhere. I don't know where it's going, but I'm gonna find out.